What's going on, babe?
Hey babe, how was your day?
It was actually pretty productive. Happy to be home.
Good. You know we got a game today. Honey, a little rough around the edges.
I'm saying I've been working all night, taking care of business, getting to the. You know what? I don't even want to talk about it. I got you. I'm not trying to be out here looking like a dusty, and that's why I'm excited to have Teach Hanley as a sponsor of today's video. They help me start and maintain my skincare routine by making the entire process uncomplicated. Honestly, it's the best skincare system for guys like you and me. I recommend you start with their level 1 system, which come with all of the basics. A daily face wash to get rid of the dirt and grime on your skin, a 2 times per week exfoliating scrub to get rid of the dead skin cells, an AM moisturizer with SPF 20 because you should always be protecting your skin from the sun, and a PM moisturizer to help your skin stay hydrated and healthy throughout the night. My favorite part about Teach Hanley is that every box comes with an instruction card that tells you when to use each product, how much to use, and in what order. In addition to amazing skin, members of Teach Hanley get tons of benefits, including at least 20% off the retail price and the ability to customize your box. And because Teach Hanley is sponsoring today's video, they're offering my viewers an amazing deal. Just click the first link in the description. You'll get 30% off your first box plus a free gift. Click the link and get started today. We taking care of ourselves. Self-care, fellas, is the first step to be able to get to that bag, to take care of business, and be on top of things and level up in every aspect of your life. Feel the Teach, my friends. What's going on is Anton from AntonDaniels.com. I appreciate you guys for continuing to rock with me. Thank you for tuning in this morning to the Millionaire Morning Show. It's Friday. Some of y'all got paid yesterday. Some people got their direct deposits today. You still got a job. You're breathing. You're woke. You got another opportunity to do great things. It's a good day. How you going to utilize your 24 hours? How are you going to utilize your 24 hours is the question that I have for you. I'm curious. I'm always curious. How are you going to utilize your 24 hours effectively in order to make sure that you leave everything on the floor today? Because tomorrow is not promised to any of us. And I don't know what I'm going to say prior to getting on this show on a day-to-day basis. You know, I got the regular show lined up for you. We're going to get into the millennial money and we're going to break down somebody that I haven't seen a video to. We're going to react to that at the end of the video. I'm going to break down some of these contracts. We're going to talk about inflation. We're going to talk about the average worker. We're going to talk about how much people are really making. We're going to deep dive into how much people are suffering and then what the solutions could possibly be for you to be able to combat and maybe even capitalize off of inflation. But let me start here and say that what are you going to do with your 24 hours today? You know, I do a couple coaching calls sometimes in the morning. Depending on who book when, and sometimes people book for a half hour, and then sometimes I got a reoccurring meeting for a half hour or hour, and so on and so forth. And I help people and I guide them and I make sure I hold them accountable and I push them and I try to help them to understand the value of their time. But, you know, sometimes life really hits you and gives you insight and information into why you should be doing the things that you do or drive you to the destination that you're supposed to be at. So let me give you some insight on why I'm saying what I'm saying right now, right? I have a very busy weekend, as usual. My weekends often at times are more busy than the weekday. As busy as I am, right? I have to break that down. Break it down into little segments on my calendar. It's in the Patreon, so on and so forth, right? But particularly this weekend, and I'm going to give you a little bit of a view into what I'm doing today, right? It's holiday weekend, everybody taking off. I know some people going up north, having a good old time, right? But for me, I get to bury a friend today. I do. I get to bury a very, very close buddy of mine that passed away last weekend today. And then I get to go to another version of the funeral slash, I don't even know what you call it, a wake or something like that. You get to go to the, whatever happens afterwards, we breaking it up, right? I get to do that tomorrow. But before I do that, of course, I'm doing my regular stuff. I'm still tuned into corporate America because I got some projects that I'm managing. I'm pushing people. I got to get my daughter over to the airport because she's going out of town for an extended period of time to be able to enjoy her summer. And then I get to go over to bury my friend later on this afternoon. And all of this happens right after the morning show, right? And so one of the things that I realized as I was having these conversations with Rita and we were going through the different people that not even flying in, that was supposed to be certain people's best friends as far as the wife and all of that other type of stuff. And it always comes back to my people, right? And who you view as family. Two things that I take away from this whole situation, right? The repass. Thank you, Azriel. I appreciate you. Two things that hit me. And let me be clear, right? I've seen enough death at this point over the last few years to where I'm starting to become numb to it. But two things that I learned from this particular situation. And the first being that you don't know when your time is going to be up at all. I am very, very, very surprised that I made it to be 40 years old. I told y'all this before. I was not predicted to even make it to 18, to 21, whatever, so on and so forth. To be 40 is a blessing, and every day is points on the board. I feel like I've lived 3 to 4 lifetimes, but I leave it all out on the floor every single day. I enjoy life. I live in the moment. I work my butt off. I grind. And when I go to sleep at night and then I wake up in the morning, I do a self-check and an evaluation of what my life is like and what my day was like the day before. And I try to evaluate whether or not I left everything on the floor every day. And if my life was meaningful, if I was to be gone the next day. And so I don't waste time. I don't waste time when it comes to professing my love for God. I don't waste time when it comes to highlighting the things that can help people be better versions of themselves. I don't waste time when it comes to pouring into my people and my family. And I certainly do not waste time when it comes to leaving this earth in a better space had I not been here. That's my goal. That's the ultimate goal. That's the pie in the sky goal, right? But the second thing that I learned over these last few years, and specifically today when I go through and I remember exactly what my friend meant to me, very, very close guy, I love this man, is family is not the people that's related to you or the people that say that they were your friends just because they were your bloodline at all. It's not. Listen, there's people that's supposed to be family to the person that husband's passed, and they like, you know what? I can't make a flight. I got some friends flying in, having us a good summer. It's inconvenient for me to go to this funeral. Shout out to my bag chasers. Let me say this. Shout out to Mick. I appreciate you for the 10 ball. Shout out to my dog Aaron. Says prayers and condolences, bro. I love you. I appreciate all of my bag chasers. Shout out to my friends. This weekend, I'm also shooting over to Tampa because, as you guys know on the Patreon, I have to make sure that I take care of the business as far as securing a deal for the build the business thing that we got going on. I'm doing my part. I got a flight to catch that way. But shout out to my bag chasers and shout out to my Patreon members. And I'm going to tell you why these people are special. I say it time and time again, and I defend you guys fiercely. Fiercely. There are no group of people that I love more and that I consider family than my bag chasers at all. Nobody. I don't care who it is. I don't care. And you can say what you want to say. You can think what you want to think. But I'm just going to tell you, your family is the people that is going in the direction that you're going in. Because I'm telling you right now, if I was to be gone tomorrow, I truly believe that the people that would mourn over me the most and the people that would have my back the most, the people that will support my wife the most would be the people that are our bag chasers. You know why? Because they already rock with us the hardest. When we find out that somebody is going through a procedure, we get together, we fly out, we go and visit them. We there for them more than their own family is there for them. When we find out somebody is having problems and they may be having a situation, they may have lost their job, we band together and we make sure we take care of our people. When we build in a business, we make sure that we give them equity. We include them as a part of the process because it's not just about including them and making sure that they benefit financially from it, but they benefit and they learn how to fish. We pour into our people. That's love. That's what real love is. Love is doing a thing that's actually going to help somebody become the better version of themselves. Love ain't hanging around because times is good or you knew them since high school or you just knew them for a long time, but you've been toxic in their life for an extended period of time. Love is when the rubber hits the road. And y'all know, I'm not even going to say certain people's names, obviously, because we got different bag chasers that may be going through things right now. Going through procedures, hospitalizations, all that type of stuff. But love is the thing that you do when nobody else wants to do it. That's love. Don't tell me about no bloodline. Don't tell me about no people that you didn't know. Don't tell me about no, we was sisters and brothers. Man, I don't care nothing about that. That is trash. That means nothing. That's entitlement. That means you were born into a situation. What do you do? What do you do when you actually have the choice to do something for yourself? That's what separates the men from the boys. That's what separates the adult from the girls. Family is the people that's going to be there for you and pour into you the most when it's inconvenient for them. And I have no doubt in my mind, honestly, I have no doubt in my mind that the people that would love and hold me dear the most are the people that are closest to me right now. My bag chasers is my family. It just is what it is. You can spin it how you want to. You can take it for what it means, but we are a family and I will forever defend my family fiercely to the death of me. Nobody and no one can come against the people that I align myself with the most. And with that being said, it's the 1st. It's July 1st. There is no better time to align yourself with a real group of people. Because it ain't just me. You don't just get me. You don't just get the lessons. You don't just get the videos. You don't just get the mastermind sessions. You don't get to just get the live meetups that we doing in a couple weeks over in New York. You don't just see me in person where I make sure that I fly to a different city every single month to make sure that I align with y'all and I meet y'all where y'all at. I don't just say, I'm going to be here in Detroit. Come to see me. I fly to you and say, let's connect. Let's network. Let me show you how to network and let me connect you with the rest of your family that's in this area. You get a whole group of people also that pushes you, holds you accountable, accountability partners, get you jobs, show you different skills, put you in front of other people that's going to make sure that you're successful. That's what family is. We take care of each other. It's the 1st of the month, man. There's no better time. There is no better day to align yourself with a group of people that's going in the direction that you're going in than today. Flat out. Every single recording that we did for Build the Business live stream is up. It's up in the Patreon. Early adopters gone, sold out. It's never going to be available again. I told y'all. I'm sorry if you just now coming into the live stream and you just now meeting me. Nothing I can do about that. Early adopters, it's out. That's never coming back. You know what? I'm going to do? I just thought about it. What I'm going to do is the price of the brick is going up for coaching calls because we're now booking through August. The price of the brick is going up. It is what it is. For coaching calls. The people that get the discount, the people that get today's price is only the people that's a part of the Patreon. It is what it is. So anyways, moving on. Let's get into the show. Let's get it popping. Shout out to my bag chasers. If you need to connect with me on a coaching call, Anton Daniels 413@gmail.com. We in August. Almost second week in August. So I try not to do any coaching calls beyond a month out because I want to do what you do, family. So shout out to Tej Henley. Get that Tej pack, 30% off your first order plus a free gift. Uncomplicated skincare for men. I appreciate you, Tej. Tej been holding us down. Tej been holding us down for an extended period of time. A long time sponsor of the stream. We rock with you, Tej. We love you, Tej. Also, kingoffoods.com. If you are not getting your seasonings, if you're not getting your sauces, if you out here on the 4th of July looking like a dusty, you're going to be at your grill when your meat going to be dry, and then when you're going to bite into it, it's going to be like biting into some sandpaper. That's because you ain't got your King of Food. And it ain't just for the 4th of July. It's for every single holiday. It's for every single day. kingoffoods.com. The owner of King of Foods, and this is a phenomenal, very, very, very prominent seasoning and company. The owner is also a part of the Bag Chasers. This is your group of people. This is your network. kingoffoods.com. Link to the Patreon is in the description as well as pinned to the top of the chat. Y'all ready to get popping? Lapeef Let's Talk Show was great last night. Shout out to my girl C. She says, my boss is on my back, so I'm listening while I'm working, but I had to stop and say hi. I love you and Rita and the Bag Chasers family. Shout out to C. I know who your boss is. Yeah. I know who C's boss is. Shout out to C. I appreciate you, baby girl. Let's get into it. Let's get into the show. All right, so let's start here. And again, I appreciate Tej. Get your Tej pack. Let's start here, right? Somebody sent me something and I thought it was pretty interesting. Let me share it with you really quickly. This is how you guys are moving and pivoting when it comes to the recession. This is how you guys are pivoting. Let me go ahead and blow that up a little bit because I want you to see the headline and I want you to understand what's going on. Americans are cheaping out. And they're not cheaping out just because they cheap people. They cheaping out because they don't have no choice. And a recession is upon our back. And then we got inflation. Inflation is that. I've been warning y'all for when y'all gonna start paying attention and listening. Americans are buying cheaper meat, slashing subscriptions, and then they trying to lower their lifestyle because they reactive. Now, I told y'all and I warned y'all and I said, hey, we need to make some adjustments. I gave you some videos inside of the Patreon of how it is that you can align your budget from a percentage perspective, why you needed to move differently, and then how you needed to prepare yourself to capitalize off of everybody else's falling off. Because that's what we doing now. We capitalizing off of everybody else falling off. Okay? Let's go into it really quickly. You see her. Looks like she's pregnant out there. Oh, yes. White folks is poor too. White folk is poor too. Asians. It's some poor Asians too. It's some poor black folk. It's poor people everywhere. Don't let the narrative in the media fool you. Let's continue. U.S. shoppers are taking creative steps to stay afloat amid soaring inflation. What a word. Creative. They're taking creative steps. Shout out to President Biden. I tried to have your back yesterday, big dog. I tried to give you some props. The people said, I'm not feeling Biden. Creative steps to stay afloat amid soaring inflation. What's so creative about lowering your costs because you can't afford to buy the same thing that you could buy yesteryear at the prices that they were sold for? I don't really understand what's so creative about that. That's weird to me. 5 shoppers told the New York Times that they're doing everything they can, basically dodging expensive meats, watching their gas tank, bargain hunting, and canceling subscriptions. This is why Netflix is going through what they're going through, because the first thing that people cancel, let me tell you what they cancel. Travel, the type of food, right? They started getting the trash food. That's why the little girl was throwing McDonald's. Travel, food, right? Subscriptions. And then they start paying attention to what they're doing as far as their gas tank. Now, when you see people say stuff like, listen, I'm never going into the office. I want to be a hybrid worker. They're not saying it because they want to stay home. They tired of sitting in front of that chick that they chilling with every day and she on his back. The reason that they saying it is because they can't afford to drive to work and still maintain their lifestyle. They paying for a car that they can't even drive. Facts. Judd Stark, a film publicist out of California, told the Times he recently took off a week of vacation days to save on gas, which he said he has seen as high as $7 per gallon at nearby fuel stations. Early this month, CNET reported that gas prices in the state had hit as high as $9.60. I don't even know where Mendocino. Where's Mendocino in California? $9.60. Let me highlight that really quickly. $9.60 in gas prices. That's insane. What in the devil is going on in this economy? Are you telling me the Build Back Better plan is not working? Where's all the money from the infrastructure bill? What happened to tax and eat the rich? What happened to all of that money? What happened to the budget that we put together? Where is it going? Where's it going? Because it certainly ain't here. $9.60. The dude literally just said that he took off work so that he can save on gas. Oh, Jesus Christ. Hey, you know how in yesteryear, let me get off this article. I don't want to make you cry. You know how in yesteryear, how they say, well, men usually went out and worked while women stayed at home. And then as we continue to evolve, now the conversation today is, well, you need two incomes in order to be able to maintain your lifestyle. Mark my words. Sooner rather than later, the narrative is going to change again. And the narrative is going to be, you have to have two jobs and three incomes in one household in order for you to survive. Now, that's not going to be for everybody. It's not going to be for everybody because what I'm telling you, that's just survival. That's not thriving, right? You're going to have two jobs and your chick going to have to work and you're never going to see your kids in order for you to survive. Mark my words right here. Middle class, dead. Finito. Middle class, finito. Because they're not going to lower taxes anymore. They're just going to keep raising them up. And see, raising taxes is not just your income tax. Even if you live in a state like Texas, Florida, Nevada, Tennessee, Arizona, even if you live in those states where there's no state income tax, you're going to get hit on the back end. Property taxes, sales taxes. So let's assume that, okay, well, I don't even own a house, so I ain't got to worry about property tax. Who you think that landlord is going to pass the cost on to? Rents are increasing 18, 22%, even past the rate of inflation for the middle class, which is above the 8.6% that the federal government is designating that it's at. Who you think gonna pay that? Huh? When you pay these gas taxes, do you know that a whole portion of what you paying at the pump goes to the federal government and the state? You are being taxed out of your eyeballs. You go to work. Let's say you make $100,000 a year. Before you spend one dime, you're going to be taxed, and then you're going to walk away with $67,000 a year on average on a $100,000 salary. Make it make sense for me, Freaky Jason. So that means that a third of your whole year, let's see, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August. So you got to work January, February, March, and April. January, February, March, and April, that go to Uncle Sam. It go to the state. It go to the federal government. It goes wherever it is that it needs to go. It goes to the man. It goes to FICA. I still don't know who the fuck FICA is. Who is FICA and where is he at? It go to Social Security. That's not even fully funded. So we borrowing, robbing Peter to pay Paul. A third of what you do in the year, and this is not for the bag chasers, because the bag chasers got a completely different set of rules that we live by that enables us to be able to keep more of our money inside of our pocket and we're not giving it to Joe legally. You literally work the first third of the year to give it to the federal government. That's a fact. So you work. Everybody like to pretend like this $100,000 number really means something, but really it's 67. So you go to work to make $67,000 a year, and then you pay taxes at the pump. You pay sales taxes. You get taxed on your utilities. When you go on vacation, you get taxed. You work to pay taxes to go and pay more taxes. You can't listen. You go to Vegas and the resort taxes, the sales taxes, the Uber taxes, it's tax, tax, tax. All I hear is tax out my eyeballs. And then when they get done trying to chase the rich down, and then what? And then they're going to raise more taxes and more taxes because they don't know how to fiscally be responsible with the money that they already make. We pay an egregious amount of money in taxes every single year, and we have no results to show for it. Just rising inflation, rising national debt, more money owed to China, and a floundering economy, possibly deep nose diving into a recession. Now make it make sense for me. You're going to have to figure out how to keep more of your money. Join the bag chasers. So this is what I found, right? The average American, this is right down the middle. You are very much average. Now, I don't want to hear about black people and this is what they make and so on and so forth. We don't want to hear that. And you know why we don't want to hear it? Because we don't compare ourselves just from people from one segment in order to be able to substantiate our argument. We got to compare ourselves to everybody. The average American makes $53,490 a year. This is a fact. This is not how I feel. This is not me feeling good about myself. The average American makes $53,490 a year. Okay, you don't believe me? Well, let's deep dive into it. See, I like to substantiate my argument before I start to kill. Average salary in the U.S., according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, national average salary in 2020, $56,310. 2022 average salary in the U.S. is $53,490. We actually went backwards. The average salary in 2020, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, was $56,310. Today is $53,490. But at the same time, inflation is continuously rising and it's up 8.6%, which is a 41-year high. Now, make it make sense for me. How are you getting ahead? Tell me how you get into the bag and you ain't part of the bag chasers. I'm just curious. Look. Ignorance. Sorry, got to disagree. I like my paved roads and highways, planes not crashing into houses because of the FAA. Interesting. Do you know that we have infrastructure that is worse that has ever been in any history since we started building out paved roads? So we running up the national debt. We giving out all of these socialist programs because the McDonald's girls' food stamps don't come until the 11th of the month. They're not managing. And you know what the worst part about it is that the people that pay the majority of what it is that you benefit from is in the top 5 and the top 1%. We pay more in taxes, even though we're saving more in taxes. We pay more in taxes than any other group, and it is an absolute fact. So you like my paved roads. That's what you like. You like my paved road. I paved that road for you. I paid for your kid to be able to go to that school. That's my tax dollars, not yours. I paid for that. That's my kid. Your kid is my kid because I take care of him. That's my kid. Sitting here and telling me about what y'all like. Half of y'all don't even pay taxes. You getting a refund because you got so many fucking kids. Don't get me started, bro. You getting a refund because you got 9 kids. And you hustle, man. You hustling under the table. They said, yo, we checking all bank accounts. Venmo, Cash App, Zelle, all of that. If you doing transactions over 20. Now you can't even go nowhere and get a service without somebody saying, I only take cash. I only take cash. Because she want her eyelashes and she ain't paying for them rolls that I'm paying for that her funky, ugly 4 kids is going to school for. Please don't sit here and preach to me. Please don't sit here and preach to me because the top 5 and the top 1% pays the overwhelming majority of the taxes yearly in this country. Taxation without representation. That's what it is. Please don't sit here and take, because see, here's the problem. My kid don't even go to regular school. So I'm paying for your kid to go in taxes and I only had 1 and you got 20 and we got to pay for your children. And then I got guys jumping on the panel talking about we need to be community stewards of other people's kids. Man, fuck them kids, bro. We need to be more responsible with how it is that we slinging dick. I'm getting off track now. Let me get back to the thing. The average salary is going down. Inflation is going up. Okay? $53,000 a year. 2 years ago, we was making $56,000 a year on average. On average. Okay? For households, 16%. 16.5% of U.S. households make between $50,000 and $74,000 a year. $75,000 a year. 15% make between $100,000 and $149,000 a year. 11% make between $35,000 and $50,000 a year. There's a larger gap between salaries in the U.S. For example, a casual worker makes $25,000 a year while an executive makes over $150,000 a year. This is not how I feel. This is facts. Okay? Tell your children to get up and go to school because I'm tired of paying for the teachers to teach them and they ain't paying attention in school. All right? Furthermore, we can break it down even more. White men, on average, make $58,000 a year. White women, on average, make more than black men. Black men are historically around the $47,000 a year mark. White women make $48,300. White women is whooping the ass of these black men. Y'all need to go, listen, I don't blame you if you say, okay, well, I want me a high value woman and you a woman. You need to say, I want me a high value white woman. Because at the very least, at least she can get you an extra $1,000 to make sure you take care of your children. Black women annually, $40,500 a year. This is not how I feel. This is according to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics. If it's a lie, then tell them they told it. Don't get mad at me because I just referred to it. Go ahead and get you a white woman. That's a joke. But go ahead and get her. At least she can have some munchies in your crotch and still give you an extra $1,000 a year. Give you an extra $865 a month to make sure you take care of your children. Shh. Look at this guy. Black women make $90,000 per year average. Okay, cool. So why is the median household income around $67,000 a year? And then on top of that, why is the Bureau of Labor Statistics lying to us then? Tell me that, Mayor. I'm curious. Where did you get your statistics from, sir? Jesus Christ. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, Black women on average make $779 a week before taxes and $40,500 yearly. What are we talking about? It's right here in front of you. Jesus Christ. I don't know what to do. I don't know whether to discipline you or educate you. But I know one thing, the average U.S. salary is $53,490 a year. We're talking numbers. I know y'all didn't want to pay attention in math class, but it matters now because inflation is going up and you didn't want to do the calculation. Okay, so how do I take a whole number and I divide it or I multiply it by a percentage? How did I convert that? Wait a minute, the teacher told me I need to move the decimal places over 2 places in order to multiply it by a decimal number in order to get the right percentage. Because what I did was I multiplied 53,000 by 8.6. I should have moved a decimal point over 2 places in order to get the number. I don't understand math. No, you didn't apply yourself, Freaky Jason. I don't know why we learning algebra anyway. It ain't like we gonna ever use this in real life. Cool. Inflation is at 8.6%. Duh. I don't. What does that mean? I don't know why we gotta use this anyway. I'ma just skip this class. Cool. Biden is raising prices and the gas prices is and this is where it breaks down, and this is why they get a percentage of this gas price, and this is why they 6%. But I can't afford my rent. Please forgive my student loans, Freaky Jason. Massa, can you please forgive my student loans? Because I didn't want to go to class and study. I wanted to get me some sex. I wanted to have some sex. Sex is all I think about. When I see a girl, I want to sex her. Jesus Christ. Oh, I need to be a better human being. Y'all. I gotta bring my kids some McDonald's. All of my kids want some Yeezy slides. Man, if you don't get your monkey ass on the Patreon so we can level you up, make sure you're a better version of yourself, get you this bag so you can stop being a dusty out here and get you to pay attention in elementary algebra. So you ain't out here looking like a fool. Jesus Christ. Anyways, shout out to Derek T. Derek T says, I think Mayor got that average from the women. Yeah, right. You know Derek T ain't talking like that and being a part of the Patreon. I mean, Mayor. Mayor need to level up. I didn't pay attention in school because, all I keep thinking about is modern woman. They don't say modern women. Modern womans. These modern women's is out here taking all of the job from the men. It's society's fault. The minute that I hear a man tell me about systematic oppression, about keeping men's salaries low so that women can get, I'm done. I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this whole YouTube thing, put a bow on it, tie it, throw it in the trash. I'm done. The minute that I start seeing men start talking about women, holding them, oppressing them, I'm done. I done heard it all at that point. It's coming. It is coming. I see so many tears running down men's faces that have to do with the women in their life. It's insane. So anyways, $53,000 for women. $264 million contract Supermax extension for Nikola Jokic. So tell me, you mad or no? I'm not mad. I'm saying, get your money, big dog. Get that bag. Go and get that bag. Let me pull up an article really quickly. I was so happy to see this type of stuff going on. I said, these boys is killing the game. Jokic agreed to a historic 5-year extension with a record $264 million contract extension. 2-time MVP thought to be taking on this type of salary. I think he's going to be making like $67 million a year in 2027, 2008. Hiya. Ain't that what they used to say in church? Hiya. Hiya. Hallelujah. Let him have his way. Let him have his way. Jesus Christ. Whew. Thursday, agreed to a $264 million Supermax extension, according to a person. Hey, Rita, can you grab that computer for me really quickly? According to a person with direct knowledge of the negotiations, it begins in 2023-24, continues through 27-28. Can you grab that computer for me, babe? When he can exercise his option, he can make roughly $60 million a year. Thank you, baby. I hear somebody pinging me. Somebody pinging a Don. That's insane. Who is pinging the king? Oh, okay, I got you. All right, I got you. Sounds good. Anyways, check out this. Bradley Beal, same day, 5-year contract extension that can pay the guard as much as $251. Let him have his way. Let him listen. For $251 million, for $251. Bro, the price of these chicks during the pandemic was $40. What do you think she'll do for $250? Rita. The going price of these women during the pandemic was like $39.72. $39.72. $39.72. Oh, right now during the recession? Oh, you can get you a good one for $36. $36. $251 million. No, she gonna be doing everything. Her and her friend and her mama gonna be doing it for some change. Let's be clear. Serbian star. They talking about Jokic, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Check out these other ones. Look. It's not just them. Because I know what y'all gonna say. The white man is getting all of the money. Karl Anthony Towns. 4 years, $224 million extension with the Timberwolves. He ain't even made the playoffs. Did he make the playoffs yet? Shout out to Mr. NG. Says, hi, Anton. Wanted to thank you. After watching a few of your shows and videos on Patreon, I leveled up. I worked on my digital profile, started networking, worked on my body and health a bit, and was able to take income from 140 to 420 in a year as a software architect. I don't know what more to say. Let me come out of this really quickly. Because they don't understand what the Patreon members is doing out here. They don't understand what the bag chase. They think it's a game. They think that this is a sales pitch. This is in your best interest. Listen, shout out to Mr. NG for supporting the platform. He had no other obligation than to pay his $15 to get into the Patreon. He went from 140 to 420 in a year. 140 to 420 in a year. This is just a donation to the pot. This is just supporting the platform so we can continue to get the free information to the Dusty Dusties. Shout out to Mr. NG. Let's read it. Hi, Anton. We just gonna go through the Cliff Notes version. Anton, go ahead, babe. Go take care of business. I know we got business to take care of today. Anton, I wanted to thank you. After watching a few of your shows and videos on Patreon, I leveled up. Went from making 140. Think about it. He was already high value. He was already getting to the bag. To 420 in a year as a software architect. Now, cool. Listen. You can do what you want to do. Y'all can do what y'all want to do. You can sit here and keep complaining about how much black women is making. You can sit here and keep telling me about how you can't do none of these jobs because you got ADHD and you got Tourette's. You can keep sitting here playing games, talking about how you just want to live a regular life and hopefully you can have a pension before. Or, or you can pay a little $15. And I ain't even raised the price this year. That's the craziest part about it. I didn't even raise the price. You can pay a little $15. You can get some, you know what's so funny? The people that actually participated from the beginning, from building a business, clearly, once we get this build a business up, the actual business and the equity they got from me actually funding their business idea is going to more than pay for whatever it is that they invested in the Patreon. All you got to do is participate in your own success. All you have to do is take a step in the right direction for what it is that you're supposed to be doing. But no, you want to continue to play games. While I sit here, make phone calls with people on a regular basis. I even bring some of them up here on these phone calls and because they text. Look, I'll read a text message for you right now. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. This is a text message right here. Check it out. Right here. This one right here. I'm going to read it. I'm going to read this one to you right there. I haven't even answered it yet. Check this out. I haven't even read it. Literally. Anton, I wanted to share some good news with you. Do I need to continue? Do I need to continue? I don't mention the amount of text messages and emails and phone calls I get on a daily basis saying, Anton, thank you for saving my marriage. Anton, thank you for helping me make an extra $300,000 this year. Anton, thank you for helping me get this executive position. Anton, I appreciate you for doing A, B, C, D, E, F, G. I'm the father you never had. I'm the friend you never had. I'm the husband you never had. I'm going to teach you how to value yourself, how to level up, how to build a network, how you need to be taking care of your business, how you need to structure your day, your time, how you need to look at things from a business perspective, how you can interview more effectively to actually land the job that you really want, how you need to structure your life. Or you can sit here and keep telling me how the man is holding you down and you don't have no opportunity. A better education than you ever got at 4 years of college. Anyways, I don't even want to go back into these contracts. I'm over here cooking. I'm cooking. I think we should just go ahead and get into the review video. Cool? It's the best day to join. It's the freaking best day to join. Y'all sitting here being dusty. Shout out to my dog, Javoris. Says, keep doing God's work, time, dog. A 100K used to be my goal. Then I found you. Now 250,000 is my minimum threshold. Because of you, I tend to look at everything from a business perspective. I truly appreciate you, my dog Javoris, bag chaser. What more do y'all want? What do you want from me? Like on a notebook. What do you want? What do you want from me? Huh? What do you want from me? Jesus Christ. Whew. Shout out to my girl Alaquandria. It says, you're the brother I never knew I needed. Alaquandria, pushing her, holding her down. We get on the phone at least once every 2 weeks. Me and Alaquandria. Hey, baby girl, what you doing? How's it? Listen, and it ain't even, and here's the best part, because it's not just about money. Let me explain to y'all what a bag chaser is, and then we're going to go into this review video. Being a bag chaser is not just about money. It's being the best version of yourself, leveling up, understanding that the money, the accolades, the resources, the relationships, the network, all of it comes with it. We just put a name on it, made it simple. Bag Chasers University. I might name to build a business some Bag Chaser something after I get back from Tampa. Real talk. We hold each other down. Alaquandria, no. When she was going through something and it was a life event happened for her, Bag chasing is family. The first thing that we did is we got on our knees and we prayed together. We prayed together. That's real talk. I'm a real person. I show up in person and I meet my people in person. These is my people, not yours. Get out of the inbox. Keep asking them for a loan. No. The answer is no. You can't have a loan from my people. All right? Anyways. Whew. Let's get into it. This video is living on $120,000 a year in Sunnyvale, California. Why is all of these videos in California? I like LA weather, but I don't like their taxes. Why is all of these videos in California? Oh, I got to show y'all these sneakers I just got in. Just got them in. Where they at? Why is all of these videos in California? And of course, you're going to have the one Dusty that hit the dislike button. Hey, can y'all get my likes up for me, please? You're under no obligation to do anything except for get the likes up. Hit a like for the YouTube algorithm, please. I have more Yeezys in my collection than anything Nike or Jordan related. These are some of the most fire Yeezys I've seen in a long time. Shout out to my dog Brock. Brock says, I appreciate you for being the new version of Anton you are. You are clearly doing the work of leaving this earth better than you found it. I see you. Thank you for giving me my flowers, Brock. And Brock always support every single day that I live stream. Brock supports the platform. So we got to give Brock some love, and I appreciate Brock. We love you, Brock. I love everybody. Leslie Ayers says, just became a member ready to level up. Anton, glad to be a part of this community. What we going to do, I'm going to raise the prices on a coaching call. The prices is going up. The price of the brick is going to go up. Because they were supposed to go up months ago anyway after I got done with my taxes, because we're going by 2021 year, right? I try to keep the price low for what we doing in a Patreon. I try to keep the price low, not the Patreon, for the coaching call. So when everybody else is charging you $400 and $500, $600 an hour, and I don't blame them, they deserve it. They're giving you that type of game. I charge a much lower price because my price is not based off of what I charge my corporate clients, which is $475 an hour. My price is based off of what I make in a year divided by 8,760. That's how you can figure out how much your time is worth. It's not about how much you make per hour on your job. It's how much you make per year divided by 8,760, which is the amount of hours in a year. And that's how much your time is worth. So if you make $100,000 a year, then your time is really only worth somewhere between $8 and $11 an hour. That's just facts. So I don't charge for coaching based off of being profitable. I charge based off of taking my time back because I can be getting more money. I can be spending time with my daughter. I can be digging out them guts over there. But instead, I decided to take an hour, a half hour out of my time to make sure that I speak with you. So I don't make any profit. The only thing that I make is what it is that my time is worth so that I can actually account for what it is that I'm pouring into you. That's love. That's love. Because I'm booked out. I could be booked out for the next 3 months. I only book out a month at a time, right? And every slot gets taken. I could have been raised the prices. But what I'm going to do is for my bag chasers, prices are going to stay the same. For everybody else, the price of the brick is going to go up. Cassandra B says, Anton, I listen to your words of wisdom. Interviewed, got a job, and negotiate my salary. Thank you so much. Shout out to my bag chasers. Shout out to everybody that's intentional and taking care of business. Look at these Yeezys. Look at these Yeezys. Oh my God. And I get everything for retail. These are gorgeous. These are absolutely gorgeous in every single way. These are beautiful. This is literally a work of art. What is this, like a suede right here? This is like a suede on the back. There's leather on the front right here. These are literally a work of art. A work of art. They said, Anton, do you got the red Octobers? I don't have the red Octobers. I'm going to get them, though. I'm waiting for them to hit a specific price, and I'm going to pick them up. But the problem with it is that I need my stuff to be authenticated in person. So I got to go and pick up my red Octobers in person. So beautiful. I'm going to be wearing those in Tampa. All right, y'all. Shout out to y'all. Let's get into the video. So again, this is, thank you, Jazzy. I appreciate you. KB Rebuilding Together says, I'm a Patreon member, but still would gladly pay the increased rates because I understand how it's investing in me. Nope. You pay what you pay. We're not charging you a penny more. Appreciate all that you do, sir. Shout out to you for supporting the platform. Nope. The way that you pay me back is you continue to level up and be the best version of yourself, because I'm just appreciating y'all being in my network. All right. So let's get to it. They say some people don't have $1,200 for mentorship. Who's paying $1,200? Y'all, who y'all paying $1,200 for mentorship? Who y'all paying $1,200 for? That's crazy. Anyways, and it's some people that's worth $1,200, right? I'm trying to book a session with Grant Cardone right now, and it's gonna cost me $40,000 apparently. That's what they telling me out in the streets. But we'll get there. We'll talk about it later. Because as soon as I get the insight from Grant Cardone, I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna bring it to my bag chasers. All right. Living on $120,000 a year in Sunnyvale, California. Let's get into this video. Again, the best day to join the Patreon is today, the 1st of the month. Link is in the description as well as pinned to the top of the chat. Please don't tell me that you don't know, because you know.
My dream that I would announce to everyone was I wanted to be a professional basketball player.
Oh, you can forget it.
Deep down inside, I mean, you could tell by this joke book that I wanted to be a stand-up comedian. And
he wanted to be a professional basketball player and a comedian. Fur, you are not Jeremy Lin, and you are certainly not Yao Ming. You're not Yao Ming. All right. Let me start over because I started off on a bad note because y'all being a little lazy about taking care of y'all business. Let me start over. Let me not do the whole race thing. Let's just get straight into it. Okay, sir. Start over, please. I appreciate you.
My dream that I would announce to everyone was I wanted to be a professional basketball player. Deep down inside, I mean, you could tell by this joke book that I wanted to be a stand-up comedian. And I wouldn't tell anyone because I couldn't imagine what my Asian mother would think if I told her I wanted to be a stand-up comedian.
My boy Aaron says, correction, $30 during the recession or 2 for $40. Who doing 2 for $40? You can forget it. Shout out to Aaron. I don't know what that's referring to. Trail 5 says, Anton, you got me tight with them Yeezys. I need that plug, big homie. What's up? I got everything, bro. I got so many sneakers in here. I literally have everything. Y'all be surprised. Thanos Theory says, chase your dreams, big dog. Shout out to my dog. And we got the live stream tonight on Fight Club. I appreciate y'all for supporting the platform. My girl Yvette says, even I got big things on the horizon. I can't wait to tell you about it. Yvette is one of my favorite bag chasers. I love Yvette. I actually have met Yvette multiple times. The latest time that I met Yvette, or that I linked up with Yvette and her husband, me and Rita, was in Vegas. Shout out to Yvette. I love you, Yvette. Thank you, babe. All right. 31-year-old lives on $31,000 a year in Sunnyvale, California. Where's Sunnyvale? $120,000 a year is not a lot of money. I'm going to just be honest with y'all. In California specifically. $100,000 a year is not a lot of money in California at all. And the taxes are egregious. Y'all remember when it used to be a big deal to make 6 figures? Now y'all been rocking with me for an extended period of time and you like 6 figures. I mean, that's just cool. That's cool. You all right. So much for high value men, right?
My name is Jay Wei. I'm 31 years old. I live in Sunnyvale, California.
Hey, he got a cheap Preem shirt on. Is that a real thing? he got a knockoff Supreme Oh, man. This is going to be funny. I have a feeling that this is going to be more funny than it is educational.
I'm a social media personality and also an entrepreneur, and I make about $120,000 a year.
I upgraded my wife's headphones to AirPods with scissors. She told me to do the dishes. Done.
His main source of income is social media brand deals. What's up, babe? What are those? Oh, give me the custom. Okay, we gonna do this video in a second, y'all. 1 second. I got to give my boy Chef Shaprino. What are those other ones? I got to give my dog Chef Shaprino some love right now. Bring them here. Bring the whole box. I'm going to open up the Chef, my dog Chef Shaprino. If y'all not subscribed to Chef Shaprino's channel is super dope. I got to give my dog Chef some love. What are these? You just got these from the P.O. box? Ah. All right. Okay. All right, we got the 6s in here. These is dope. I'm about to start a sneaker channel in a minute because a lot of these sneakerheads can't see me. A lot of these sneakerheads genuinely can't see me. You got the gum sole. It's beautiful. These sneakerheads really can't see me, yo. Real talk. I'm just saying. These sneakerheads really can't see me. All right, we're going to get to that video. Ooh, wee, I see you, Chef. Made in Italy. Oh, man, Chef. Mason Shapino. Let me show y'all the whole thing. Hold on. Look at the box. Look at the effort that it came with. Look at the effort. Check this out. Look at Chef's box. Killing your favorite sneaker brand. Yeah. Shout out to Chef. This is beautiful, bro.
Wow, those are sweet.
Made in Italy, too.
Those are sweet.
I got to give my dog Chef some love. I got to give Chef some love.
Those are sweet.
This is all. Oh, snaps. It got the Chef Shapino on there right here. I got to give it a close-up. Hold on. Got to show my dog Chef some love. Yes, I do have no bottles.
Oh.
Let me give my dog Chef some love. Dang, this camera need to focus more. The dog Chef. Shout out to my dog Chef Shapino. Shout out to the entrepreneurs. Shout out to my dog Chef. Showing him some love. Make sure y'all go holler at my dog Chef. Tell him you want a pair. Tell him Anton from AntonDaniels.com sent you. I'm putting these prime on my shelf. This is prime real estate. These are going right next to the Fear Guides. These are going, look at the leather. Look at the quality of the leather. This junk is soft in a mug. You got the suede. Oh my God. Got the rubber sole. These are beautiful, Chef. I love them, bro. I love these. Let me just set these right here. Shout out to my dog, Chef. I appreciate you, big dog, for sending me a pair. Make sure y'all holler at Chef. I'm going to put the link in the description after the show for y'all to be able to get y'all a pair. All right. Leslie says, I live in Ohio and a new member of your Patreon. Do you recommend I purchase real estate in Detroit like old homes that are abandoned? No. Don't buy any home in the hood. The one thing that I will tell you for sure, two things is for certain. All right, Les? Don't compromise on location. Never compromise on location. So Metro Detroit is good. Downtown Detroit is good, but don't buy abandoned homes, okay? There's a lot of places in Detroit and Metro Detroit, even in Ohio. There's a lot of places. Never compromise on location. You need to have a strict criteria and minimum of what it is that you're looking to spend in certain areas in order to make sure that you find the right location. Don't ever compromise on location. Okay. There's a tip for you. Shout out to J Ben. J Ben says, online, on call, and in real life, thanks for always showing love, dropping big game and knowledge, as well as holding me accountable no matter where we cross paths. The implementation of the game is worth more than gold. Shout out to my dog, J Ben. Real life friend in real life, kicking it with my people in real life. I love you, my friend. Thank you for holding me down. Thank you for holding me down. My dog, Aaron, says, great shoe collection. I see you rocking Jordans. When you going to get some Cade Cunninghams? He think that's funny because the Bulls had the worst draft of any team in the league. Yes, but Aaron is my guy. So this is my new, these are so dope. These is called Mason Shapinos, made in Italy. What does Mason mean? It means home. Home Shapino. Chef is dope. Hey, listen, when I launch my website in July, end of July, I'm having these on the website. So you will be able to order these not only from Chef right now, but you can also order them from my website that's going to be launching soon. All right, cool. Let's get into the show. All right, let's get back to my guy right here.
My dream that I would announce to everyone was I wanted to be a professional basketball player. Deep down inside, I mean, you could tell by this
Shout out
joke
to
book
Matt
that I
G.
wanted to be a stand-up comedian. And I
Y'all will
wouldn't
never
tell
get out
anyone
of the
because
first
I
round.
couldn't imagine what my Asian mother would think if I told her I wanted to be a stand-up comedian.
This is so dope.
My name is Jay Wei. I'm 31 years old. I live in Sunnyvale, California. I'm a social media personality and also an entrepreneur.
So basically,
and I
he a
make about
TikToker.
$120,000 a year.
I upgraded my wife's headphones to AirPods with scissors. She told me to do the dishes. Done.
I have not seen this
Well,
yet.
I was born and raised in Sunnyvale, California. Grew up with my mom and my dad and my older brother. I grew up not far from this house, but this house we're sitting here right now is where I spent my high school years.
So he's married. Oh, see that? Listen, he makes $120,000 a year, and he lives with his wife and Sharon, his mother. Now, let's put the context clues together. I'm going to assume, and I'm going to, I believe that the reason why he still lives in Sunnydale, California is because he was born and raised and he still lives in his childhood home with his mother. Now, I want to know, I'm curious. This man makes $120,000 a year. So based off of whatever the YouTube internet standards are, he might be a high value man if he's been making it for an extended period of time and he got the right network. Whatever it is, he's the man that y'all want because y'all said y'all wanted six figures, right? Y'all wanted six figures. So but he lives with his mother and his wife lives with him. She holding him down. Y'all down with that, ladies? You moving in with a man and his mom? And this is based off of an assumption. Are you moving in with a man and his mom? All right, let's get it.
I started playing competitive basketball at the age of 12. I went on to play at a very elite high school basketball team. From high school, I played Division II basketball, and after 2 years, I transferred to play Division I basketball at USF. From college, I was able to play professionally in Taiwan.
He had to throw that in there like that mattered. I don't know why that mattered. Why does he still have hoop dreams? I'm trying to figure it out. I don't know why he threw that in there. This has nothing to do with the money.
I guess there is some negativity around the word cheap, but I feel like cheap to me has always meant smart and smart with your money and not buying things that are
All right, let me break
unnecessary.
this
Expenses wise, we take the money we earn from social media and we cover all the living expenses, which is basically food and entertainment.
All right, so let's look at this. Dumb. I see the problems already. See, listen, y'all. Just because you're cheap does not mean that you're smart. Let me say it again. People that are very, very cheap with their money is not always wise with how it is that they move with their money. Now, based off of what I've been teaching you guys for an extended period of time, what's wrong with this budget? What's wrong with this budget? Based off of what I've been teaching you guys, and we've been reviewing these videos and so on and so forth, what is wrong with this budget? Thanos Theory says median household income is $150,000 in Sunnyvale. Really? So he's under the median household. Well, we don't know what his wife and his mother bring in. So, but he makes $120,000. So check it out. Nope. Y'all saying it's a lot for dining out. Nope. That ain't the main thing. Yep. That's one thing. A is savings. Hit it on the head, Marcus. Crypto and savings. Crypto and savings. No brokerage account. No other investments. Not investing in real estate. Not investing in blue chip companies that are stable, that will return dividends over time, that will continue to increase with the valuation. And even though it goes through ebbs and woes, this dude's primary vehicles for putting up money. He's fiscally responsible, but he's not smart when it comes to how it is that he's allocating his resources. Crypto and savings. Savings, $2,000 a month, is not going to grow over time and is getting decimated by inflation, which means that the value of his money continues to go down at least 9 to 10% every single year. Every single year. The banks love them, though. The banks love them. And crypto. Jesus Christ. And this is why you should not listen to everybody that is a social media influencer, because they do not know how to guide you when it comes to understanding the language of money. Let's go through the rest of this budget before I get frustrated. Subscription, $70, that's fine. Phone, $120, that's cool. Utilities, I'm guessing he paying the utilities because he don't pay any rent. I'm guessing. Because he doesn't have any rent, and that's why he's very cheap. Groceries, $250. Car insurance is $266. Dining out. So I think that groceries and dining out should be combined, right? And I'm assuming that he's dining out because he doesn't have to pay rent. So the equivalent of what somebody would pay for rent, he's just using it to go out and have food. Basically, that's what I'm seeing. Car insurance, $266. He doesn't have a car note. And savings. Jesus, that's bothering me. That is bothering me so much. Savings is $2,000. Crypto is $5,000. Sheesh. This is bad. This is very, very bad. Look, and it's Ether and Bitcoin. Boy, I know he eating his words now. This is so bad. This is very, very bad. It's smart. It's bad because he then substitute what he would pay, I guess, in rent for food, and then he puts money into savings, which is trash, and then he has crypto as his main investment vehicle. Dumb. Stupid, man. Very dumb.
Entertainment and utilities, internet.
Let me go ahead and get the Dusty Zone up out of here. I haven't did this in a while. Yay!
Etc. From 12 a.m. to 3 p.m., that's the cheapest electricity. Feel free to use our outlets, charge your phone, your laptops, but after 3 p.m., make sure you unplug it. No, seriously, make sure you guys unplug it, okay?
Oh, I couldn't live with that.
We're very blessed that my mom lets me live here for free, rent-free. She's a great landlord. So one of the drawbacks of living with your landlord is that she gets to put up random photos of her family. Good-looking guy. Heard he's pretty successful too. There are some stigmas around living with your parents that I think are more bound to American culture, but I think in the Asian cultures, it is so common for sons and daughters to live with their moms and dads. And it's not from an aspect of like mooching off them. It's an aspect of, oh, we want to take care of our parents.
Cap, you trying to hold on to that money, and you want to make sure that you can minimize your expenses so you can go out to eat as much as you want. And so you're living off of your parents. You're not taking care of your parents. Honestly, I'm going to be honest with y'all. Listen, I understand living with your parents for an extended period of time in order to make sure that you get yourself up or you really get solid footing and foundation. But bro, past a certain age, you got to get out. You have to go. You have to get out. You have to get out of your parents' house and you have to forge your own path. Being cheap is not always good. Let me say that again. Being cheap does not necessarily translate into good. Leslie Ayers said, didn't like Anton at first, but realized a reflection of what I was doing in my life. We must protect Anton at all costs. Made $42,000 last year at 40 just at the job. Imagine what I can do in the Patreon. Shout out to Leslie. Leslie, send me a message in the Patreon. I'm going to make sure that you're successful personally. I'm going to pour into you personally. I got to see that you're successful. Shout out to you, baby girl. Let's continue.
On paper, in college, I majored in business administration. But honestly,
That is a basket weaving degree.
played basketball, so I majored in basketball. My senior year of college, I got a random email from a basketball agent, and given that I wasn't a big fan of school and jumping into the real world, I just hopped on a plane and decided to sign a contract to play professional basketball for 2 years.
I wonder how many times he did that. He made $2,000 to $3,000 a month as a professional basketball player in Taiwan, which is nothing. That's here in America, and I don't know what the translation is in Taiwan, but here in America, that's poverty. That's poverty here in America. I'm guessing that he doesn't teach anything except for how to be cheap. I'm not a fan of being cheap. I believe in paying for what you want. I believe working hard. I'm not here to just get the very minimum. I'm not going to be monitoring when I can use electrical outlets in the wall. The people that I surround myself with, the women that I know, they not about to be out here being cheap just for the sake of saying it. Nah, this is whack. This is absolutely whack. But let me finish listening to him.
I felt a little bit burnt out. It was just so physically demanding, and I didn't feel like my body was holding up. My knees were starting to hurt. The transition away from basketball was mainly just motivated by find something that was more long-term and potentially more lucrative.
Ubic, okay. Ubic builds private networks for utility companies to connect things like water meters to a smart grid. Smart, dope. Moved back to the States in April 2020 to help the company expand into the U.S. market, okay. Moved back to the States.
My wife has a full-time job in biotech. She earns a salary and she sends a good portion back to Taiwan to take care of her family, and the rest.
How do y'all feel about that? How do y'all feel about people that make money over here and then send the majority of their resources back to their own country? I feel some type of way about that. I know that this is a money show, but I talk about more than just money, and I look at every aspect of what people are talking about. How do y'all feel about people that take the resources that they earn over here and they send it back to their country? That they capitalize off of the American economy and then they pour their money back into their own people. I feel some type of way about that.
She saves up. So I'm not taking on a salary right now from my startup company, and I'm just going to be compensated in equity.
That's smart. So I wonder how much money that the actual startup actually makes, because I don't think that the startup is actually profitable. Most startups are not profitable, contrary to popular belief. Let me say that again. Most startups are not profitable, contrary to popular belief. So him saying I'm not taking a salary doesn't necessarily mean anything to me. And he's saying that I'm taking equity. Well, you already started and you owned the company, so of course you're going to take equity in the company. And unless it's gone IPO, initial public offering, and it's a publicly traded company, then the value of the company is not necessarily based off of anything outside of whatever the angel investors pour into it. So unless he funded it himself and he owns 100% of it, I'm curious as to what the valuation of that startup is.
I found out that nearby my house, just like
Wait,
a
wait,
10.
wait, wait. Let me back up. What I missed that part. So basically what he's telling you is that his Tesla is a business expense. So he's minimizing his personal costs, which is very, very smart. He's minimizing his own personal costs, and any money that, or whatever monies that the company is making, is also going into funding his lifestyle because they lease. Him saying they lease. Now remember, he said that it's his startup, right? He's saying they lease the car for him, meaning basically his car is being paid for as a business expense on behalf of the company that he started. That's really what he's saying. So he has no personal expenses when it came to purchasing his Tesla. Smart man. What do we talk about all the time? Shout out to Queen J. Queen J says, just checking in, family. Miss y'all. Been super tired from training at my new job. Was able to get a bonus from my other job. See y'all next week. Shout out to Queen J. Shout out to Queen J. We love Queen J. That's my baby girl. Also one of my bag chasers. Hey, babe. What's going on, baby girl? How you feel? Get some rest. We got Fight Club tonight, okay?
I found out that nearby my house, just like a 10 to 15 minute walk, a 7-minute scooter ride, is some free EV charging stations. So the majority of the time I drive over to these free charging stations, I plug it in, and then I scooter back home.
That is cheap. No. That is too cheap. So you telling me you don't even plug in at home? You drive over to a free charging station and leave it there, and then you scooter back home. I can't live like that. I'm sorry. Listen, I know this is money. I know we trying to save every dollar possible. His portfolio probably absolutely went tank as a result of having crypto, but I'm not living like that. I am not living like that. My time is worth too much money to do that.
Make around $10,000 a month from brand deals. And these brand deals, it's either 1 a month or 2 a month. The first time we ever got a brand deal was with this random night vision camera company. When they threw an offer at us for $600, we were just in shock. Like, wow, people will actually pay us money to make creative videos. And the thing is that throughout the whole process of making that ad, we really had a lot of fun. We've done promotion videos with brands like Ford, Xiaomi, eBay, just to name a few. Being at a startup is a complete grind. So I leave this type of social media stuff to the weekends on my free time. Sometimes I can go a month or 2 months without posting or touching any social media, and that's just because running a startup is just so demanding. We have brands reaching out to us daily, usually 3 to 5 a day, and because we have full-time jobs and we live such a simple life that we have the luxury to kind of pick and choose who we want to work with.
So keep in mind exactly what it is that he's saying here. He's saying that we work our butts off. During the week, they grind, they hustle, they put everything that they can into what is going on, so much so that he don't even have time to focus on social media until the weekends, when he has some leisure time to do so. Most people that are making a high salary or are very successful when it comes to what they're doing from a business perspective work much harder than the average everyday person. Flex. Most people that are putting in the grind and are hustling work much, much harder than the people that go to work just a regular 9 to 5, do their 40 hours, actually only work 2 hours on the job and then go home every single day. It's the truth.
The most lucrative single brand deal we've done is around $20,000 for a weekend's work of shooting and editing. But the brainstorming process took around 3 to 4 weeks to come up with a bunch of scripts and storyboards to share with the brand.
He dancing?
I don't think I invest in the traditional way.
Let me tell y'all something else that y'all can glean from this video is that most people do not make money from social media. I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, whatever it is, Twitter. Most people, the overwhelming majority of content creators, even if they're monetized, don't make actual money from the social media platforms. It's the brand deals, it's all of the other stuff. And they use that social media popularity in order to leverage and get into other things. It's just like the rappers, right? Most rappers that are signed to a major label don't make money off the album. They make money off of the merch. They make money off the touring. They make money off of everything else. So being able to market yourself effectively is the wave versus looking to get compensation from whatever the AdSense or whatever it is, or TikTok's compensation, because they don't really make any money off of that. They make all of their money off the brand deals.
Put all my excess money in cryptocurrency. I buy Bitcoin, Ethereum. Every month I tuck away like $5,000 and invest that in cryptocurrency. After you.
So that $50,000 is probably about $15,000 at this point. So he was all cheap and all of that junk for no reason. He did all of that scootering when listen, think about this for a minute, y'all. He did all of this scootering back and forth, and he makes sure that they don't plug into certain outlets at certain times. And then meanwhile, he lost a whole bunch of money, or he's down a whole bunch of money as a result of his bad insight and information. So what this is telling you is that it's much wiser to make informed decisions that would then be able to actually yield you a better return and a better lifestyle than try to cheap your way through life and making uninformed decisions that won't yield you the results that you want. Let me say that again. He actually could have lived a better lifestyle and been more informed and made more money than spending his time trying to cheap out and live in a lower lifestyle. And this is how people don't really understand the language of money. It's not how cheap can you be. It's how informed are you so that you can make the right investments that can then support whatever it is that you're trying to do from a lifestyle perspective. And people think backwards, right? They say stuff like, why would I ever, I don't know, spend $1,000 on a phone, right? Why would I spend $1,000 on a phone? And then I say, is no way that I'm not going to spend $1,000 on the best available phone. Or they say stuff like, why would I spend $5,000 on a MacBook Pro 16-inch with all of the gizmos and gadgets and gadgets or whatever, right? I don't know how much this might cost, $3,000, $5,000, whatever, right? But think about it. It allowed for me to get rid of my iMac. I don't have to have an iPad anymore. I don't have to have multiple gadgets. And I write it off as a business expense. And because it's the most powerful and it has the most storage, it allows for me to be able to work much quicker, faster, and make way more money. So while you over there with that $600 laptop that can't even do a live stream, I have the best thing that generally generates more revenue for me in the end. So you should have invested more money. And again, that don't mean to buy the best thing every single time, but I'm telling you, you need to start looking at things more from a business perspective, because he lost money while also being cheap. Now tell me how that worked. And maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me.
I think I've just been brainwashed by the community here in Silicon Valley. I think I'm just under the influence of these peers of mine that crypto is going to take off. And to be honest, it has had some healthy returns, so I'm not complaining.
So much for that idea, huh? This video is a few months old. So much for that idea, huh?
A big part of me being proud of being cheap has to do with my high school experience. I went to a private high school. I distinguished very early on that I wasn't going to be able to flaunt the way they were flaunting money, drive the cars they were driving, wear the brands they were wearing. So I was just decided to put myself on the opposite end of the spectrum and make.
You know, I see somebody in the chat, they says, but are you going to be saying the same thing in 3 to 5 years though? Holders get paid, traders get burned. I'm the person that says, whatever investment that you make it for the next 25 years, right? So it's not a matter of, am I going to be saying it in 3 to 5 years? But I don't look at the short term. I look at the long term. The point that I'm making is that he's not speaking anything about being an informed investor. He's just putting it all in there. And because he's putting it all in one entity and he's not actually putting it in companies that actually generate a return, it tells me that he doesn't truly understand what investment in crypto is. You have to fully understand exactly what you're investing in instead of gambling. All this is gambling, and he's losing right now. He's taking an L as a result of his gambling. You have to be an informed investor. It doesn't mean that crypto is bad. It means that everybody that's trying to lean into it in order to get rich are not informed investors. But let's continue.
Being cheap and frugal and utilitarian cool. I've never been one to buy like name brand stuff. I'm not willing to spend a premium for just a logo or a brand.
This is weird.
We're not frugal about dining out, so every time we want to go to a restaurant or try some new place, we just go. And we're not very conscious about what budget we spend on food.
Think about that though. Think about what he's just said. I don't give a F about what it is that I'm spending on food. But I give a flying F about plugging my phone up between the hours of 2 and 10 p.m. How is this making sense to you? Does this make sense to y'all? Am I the one that's looking at this crazy? I don't care. I have no budget. I don't check the prices. I go out, we buy, and we spend what we want to spend on what it is that we want to eat. But make sure you don't plug your devices in between 2 p.m. and 10 p.m. at night. I'm going to take an hour out of an hour at least, because you got to go and get it. I'm going to take an hour out of my day to drive my car down the street, plug it into the free charger, let it sit for hours, and scooter back again to go and get my car just because I don't want to pay for electricity. How does that make sense? I don't understand, honestly. Maybe I'm off. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm genuinely crazy about what it is that I'm saying, but that's weird. That is weird. And anybody that understands the value of their time would never, that truly has a high value of their time, would never do that as far as wasting their time taking their vehicle back and forth to charge it. Come on, man.
We have like a small chunk of our monthly income that just goes to entertainment, whether that goes to a little bit of travel or just doing some activities with friends.
This is weird, man.
If you were to tell me 2 years ago that I was going to be a social media personality with millions of viewers, doing brand ads, I'd be in disbelief, and here we are. We found out that my wife is pregnant. It hasn't really settled in yet because I've only seen these like black and white photos.
I couldn't imagine being raised with cheap parents. I just couldn't. I thank you, Jesus. Thank you, God, for not putting me in this position.
It doesn't even look human, so it hasn't really settled in with me, and I haven't really changed.
They saying that's a nice home. That's their mama's home. That's their mama's home. There's nothing staying with your parents for an extended period of time, but staying there and then spending $1,000 a month on food is crazy to me. That's their mama's home. That's not their house.
Any of my spending habits or saving habits. Yeah, we decided to have this baby because we wanted a new character in our content. And that was the cheapest way, is just to make your own character for your content. And we did it. And we don't know whether it's a boy or girl yet.
Wait. Did he say what I thought he said? I think I missed it. Hold on. Let me back that up.
Any of my spending habits or saving habits. Yeah, we decided to have this baby because we wanted a new character in our content.
Tell me he trolling. That gotta be a troll, right? He said we decided to have this baby because we wanted a new character in our content. That gotta be a troll. Tell me he trolling, bro. He gotta be trolling. If he's doing that, that's insane. We decided to have this baby because we wanted a new character in our content. That's got to be a troll.
And that was the cheapest way, is just to make your own character for your content.
I'm assuming that's a troll.
We did it. And we don't know whether it's a boy or girl yet. Judging by the photos, I mean, we're sure it's human.
Is this? Sure?
Yeah, I don't know. It looks a little...
I
think that where I'm at in my career, I'm kind of in limbo, where I'm still very, very personally vested emotionally and financially.
He's still trying to be a comedian.
I really want that to succeed. But yeah, I mean, everyone that I talk to about where I'm at right now is always trying to encourage me to just pursue this social media and creative passion. But I'm still quite firm that I really want to see this startup through.
I mean, that's not that bad. I'm not killing him or anything like that because of what he said. I mean, it's not bad. Like, it's not like he out here being dusty, and he's a scourge on society. It is some red flags in there. I don't like the fact that they just sending a whole bunch of money back into another country. But you can't control what anybody do, especially if it's legal. I don't like the fact that he cheap out on one thing and then he act like the life don't mean nothing on the other. I do like the fact that he is having his business vehicles and a lot of his other expenses is being tied to the business. That's very smart. And I don't like the way that he has his budget set up, because how you going to spend $1,000 a month eating out and you live in your mama crib, and then at the same time you trying to finesse us acting like you're doing it to take care of your parents, when in reality you're doing it to save money. And then you super cheap. And then on top of that, you put $2,000 in the savings instead of making sure that you're beating the rate of inflation over long term. And then you putting $5,000 a month into crypto. Make it make sense for me, Freaky Jason. There's too many red flags in this. There's too many holes in this story. There's too many problems. I don't understand why he's moving the way he's moving. And I don't think that he's looking at things from a business perspective. So I'd love to get your comments. I appreciate y'all for rocking out with me. I have to get my daughter over to the airport and then over into this funeral situation. I will be in Tampa. We got Fight Club tonight. We never miss. We getting it popping. Thank you guys for continuing to rock with me. I love you. I appreciate you. Shout out to my dog Aaron with the Trash Bulls. He says you should review Extreme's Cheesecakes video. That might give me a heart attack. God forbid. I do not. Is that what y'all want? Y'all want me to mix it up with Extreme Cheapskate videos too? All right. Blame Aaron. But if you want to see me stressed out, this is all Aaron's fault. Blame Aaron. Do not say anything. You want to see me stressed out with this Extreme Cheesecakes. I don't know. Oh my God. I'll try it one time. I'll do it one time. We'll see how it goes, and then we're going to play it by ear from there. All right. Listen, again, if you guys are not a part of the Patreon, you need to tap in today. The first of the month is the best day for you to join. It is basically hardly nothing. Nothing. You can't even get 2 meals at McDonald's for the price of the Patreon. Real talk. I mean, let's start to take care of and think of what our priorities are. You're going to go out here and you're going to spend $250 on these hoes, and you're not going to even pour into yourself where you create a network of people that's best suited for your lifestyle. Link is in the description as well as pinned to the top of the chat. I'm going to update y'all with the coaching prices later. If you need to get in touch with me with a coaching call, Anton Daniels 413@gmail.com. We're going to get y'all popping. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all, but I need y'all to do me one more thing before we get up out of here and J Ben say what he got to say. Frugal Fridays seem to be a theme now. No fumble on the Fridays. No fumble in the bag this weekend. All right. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. But I need y'all to do me one more thing before we get up out of here. Make sure you share this with your family and friends. We don't want to be rich by ourselves. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I rock with y'all. Thank y'all for holding me down. Don't fumble the bag on a Friday. Leave it all out on the table. Make sure that we having a good weekend, and we will be live streaming tonight on a Millionaire Morning Show. Well, Millionaire Morning Show. Fight Club. Hit a like for the YouTube algorithm on your way out the door and hit the subscribe button. I love y'all. I'm going to holler at y'all later. Peace.